The midnight knock. The silence of a single-girl apartment is a special kind of quiet. It's not the restful, peaceful silence of a forest at dawn, but the kind that listens back to you. Amelia had grown used to it over the 2 years she had lived alone. She'd learned to identify the normal house sounds, the groan of the old heating pipes, the settling of the building, the murmur of traffic from the street below. But tonight there was a new sound, a single deliberate knock on her front door. It was just after midnight. A late knock wasn't unusual, not with her building's paper-thin walls. Someone might be coming home late and fumbling for their keys, or a delivery driver might have the wrong apartment. But there was something about the intention of this one, the sharp, singular rap that raised the hairs on her arms. Amelia paused the true crime podcast she was listening to, holding her breath. The silence rushed in, and now it was no longer listening, it was waiting. Another knock, a little louder this time. She crept to the door, her bare feet silent on the hardwood floor. She peered through the peephole, her eye pressed against the distorted glass. The view was dark, but she could make out the shape of a person standing there. Just a shadow, a generic figure without any distinguishing features. The shadow shifted, and she could feel a cold dread creep up her spine. The figure was too tall, too still. A third knock, this time a hard resonating thud that made the door rattle in its frame. Amelia's heart hammered against her ribs. She backed away from the door, fumbling for her phone. She felt foolish calling the police, but the dread was too real to ignore. As she unlocked her phone, a small, paper-thin package slid through the mail slot at the bottom of the door, landing with a soft whump on the rug. She stared at it, her fear momentarily overshadowed by a surge of confusion. Why not just hand it over? The figure was gone from the peephole view. The package was addressed to her. Amelia knelt and picked it up. Inside, wrapped in tissue paper, was a small porcelain doll. Its face was smooth and unnervingly pristine, with wide blue eyes that seemed to follow her. It was old, and something about its perfection felt deeply wrong. Tucked beneath the doll was a handwritten note. The handwriting was a looping, ornate script that belonged to another time. It read, "Thank you for not opening the door for me. I wouldn't want you to see me like this." Amelia's blood ran cold. She remembered the shadow in the peephole, a generic figure she couldn't quite place. Now she understood why. Her hand trembled as she looked again at the porcelain doll. She was holding a perfect replica of the visitor she had just turned away. And then came a series of knocks, softer and quicker this time. They weren't coming from the front door. They were coming from inside the apartment, from the hallway closet.